I don't know if this is a palate cleanser because it's really messed up, but it is funny because it does involve Senator Santorum, as I will call him, always Senator Sanatorium, after Tony Soprano. That's basically Rick Santorum's greatest accomplishment in his life was serving as a punchline to a Tony Soprano line in an episode where Tony Soprano was expressing his concern about the trend of gay rights to his therapist. And he said, "Don't get me wrong. I'm a very strict Catholic. And if things continue going this way, it's like the Sanatorium says, pretty soon we'll be effing dogs." It's one of the best moments in The Sopranos. It's hilarious. So anyway, Senator Sanatorium, who not only has ideas about effing dogs and all sorts of bizarre stuff mixed with cozy lobbying relationships and personal enrichment, and pretty much along with his whiny demeanor is one of the most repulsive people on the face of the planet. He was on Book TV on C-SPAN talking to Tucker Carlson. And let me tell you, folks, you have to know that this quote, this sound was worth it. Because anything that could compel me to sit through Tucker Carlson and Rick Sanatorium talking for more than 10 seconds, or 40 seconds to be precise, has to be pretty amazing for me to listen to it and for me to subject you to it. So they're talking about Egypt and Iraq. Rick Sanatorium talking about Egypt and Iraq would be like Tony Soprano teaching a course on business ethics or something. Just trying to keep that analogy going. He obviously has no idea what he's talking about, but he's going to use it as an example to pivot back to more familiar terrain for him. And that more familiar terrain is America and his perception of the founding. And I think you're going to see some allusions to blah people. Let's play the sound.
That's, you look at a lot of these countries and you make the assumption, I mean, look at the United States. I mean, were we ready for an election when the United States was formed to have everybody in the United States vote? Well, our founders didn't think so. They limited the people who could vote in an election. Now, you can say that's horrible, it was terrible. Well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but it was a decision that was made.
Pause it. Okay, so let me just say, that was horrible, and it was. Even on the very far right, at least publicly, there's no debate about that.
I'm glad you said at least publicly.
At least publicly. Well, that's Rick Sanatorium's great gift, is he sits around in rooms with other guys who says, to be honest with you, wasn't such a bad idea that black people, women, and non-landholding whites, men couldn't vote. All right. And another thing, we keep letting the gays run around. Pretty soon we'll be screwing dogs. And Sanatorium goes, "Oh, my God, that's brilliant. You guys, what I don't understand is why is it that every time we're in the back private room at the Palm spending our lobbying money that we got for derailing the Clean Air Act or giving exemptions to real estate developers or helping the pharmaceutical industry or arms manufacturers out, and we're spending all of this ill-begotten money on steaks and drinks and bashing black people, women, gay people, Hispanics, and everybody with any type of vulnerability in the society, and you say something brilliant like, if we have gay marriage, soon we'll be effing dogs, or it was actually pretty brilliant that the founders didn't allow anybody besides landholding white males to vote. Why do you guys keep this bottled in? It's like, I mean, does a comedian save his best material for when he's off stage? Does LeBron dunk only when he's off the court? I gotta say this. And then they say, no, Rick, actually, this is more the kind of thing that we're working towards, but we kind of keep it quiet. And then Sanatorium says, no, I think Americans are really going to get this because of the founding and because I'm basically delusional and one of the stupidest people on earth. And I think that this is what people are crying and what they really need. So he goes out and sends this stuff endlessly. Unbelievable. That actually warrants an unbelievable.
For sure.
Senator Sanatorium somehow emerging from the dustbin of history with a clip that was so bad that we actually needed to pull it. I don't have anything else.
That's a good way to say
it. It's just like the preacher in Missouri. It's like, where is the subtext here? It's like this is a former multi-term U.S. senator, a presidential candidate who won primaries. I know we talk all the time about what a joke the guy is, and he is. He's a moron. He's an ultra extremist. He is profoundly stupid and fundamentalist at best, cruel and corrupt at worst, probably some hybrid of the two. But this is someone who's acquired real position in American life, okay? Not everybody gets to be a two-term senator from a real state, and not everybody wins primaries, even if they're only Republican primaries. The best things Rick Santorum have ever done were the Sopranos line and the humiliation that Mitt Romney has to wake up to every morning, knowing that not only did he not become president, but he actually lost primaries to Rick Santorum.